Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, and His Holy Begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Rashad, Bahashem Harachah. Alright, the bonus of the apostles and others like Muslim who were well and taught us this 100% truth. Alright, much peace and blessings be unto you. Hopefully, like out the pushing out this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To all Yakim say Shalom. So this is going to be a quick walk and talk. And I'm walking home from camp. But I wanted to get into a precept. I got on my mind, Revelation 8th chapter verse 4 through 5, going to come out of my people. And I want to properly expound on that point because I didn't really, I was kind of butchering it up. I was kind of stuttering at camp, so I don't want this is very precise and understandable. But you know, when it says to come out of my people, you know, it wasn't really commanding us to actually physically leave this country, man. Because that'd be a big old slap to Yahweh Shai's face at the fact that prophecy does state in the scriptures that the Lord shall deliver us, man, out of this captivity that we're in. Or the chariots, whether it be a big old fathership or a chariot scattered abroad, and they beam us up and then all suck us back into that fathership. One of those ways, we're still gonna be beamed up, man. Like this is in Star Trek, like you hear in Star Trek. I forget the dude's name. He says, "Beam me up, Scotty." And we're going to be placing Yahweh Shemo at that time. Not only that, but one of the Yakim, I had a dream about the thermonuclear destruction of Babylon the Great and the deliverance of Israel in the kingdom of heaven, man. Alright, and it was a terrible but also exciting dream because he said that he saw brothers crying, man, that they're finally at peace. But to go into the deliverance of Israel, you know, he said that him and the head over there in GMS Cleveland, what happened was that they were being shot up by some crackhead agent, but he got smoked, man. You know, but that was while they were getting beamed up, and no bullet can inflict you while you're being beamed up by way of that beam. All right, no bullet can hit you. So it's not saying to physically depart from this country because that'll be a big old stop again. Yahweh Shai's face. It's not. If you're in Babylon, all right, the Lord set up you're allowed to be in here in Babylon. That's where you're gonna stay, man, until the deliverance comes. Where they elect. Or you're gonna have the audacity to actually move to a different country, because then that shows you a lack of faith, man. And the scriptures do say, "I've not given you the spirit of fear." All right, so we can't be fearful in these times, man. Or we gotta be men. I tell myself first and foremost that because we being this flesh, we do tend to overreact, if you will. But that isn't the case. So what it means by detaching, it's like when it means to come out of our people, it means to detach out of these mindset, man. This mindset that Esau does promote, right? Because the way this damn devil raises you up and grooms you in this society is that they Right, that you could do whatever you want, you could be whatever you want with freedom of free of consequences. When ultimately all these philosophies, base philosophies, if you will, just like this damn devil, he's the most basis to men, as it says in the book of Daniel, the 4th chapter, verse 17. So are his philosophies, and he's the one creating these philosophies, man. These ways of thinking, these vain sciences, these vain religions, all right, these vain teachings. All right, because it was a curse placed upon him when he was known as that serpent. And his old form, that all the days of his life he shall eat up dust, which that word dust means confusion. And the other apostle Tahar, many years ago, he even gave you an example. You know, you throw dust into your eyes, you're confused, and that's what America basically is. America, in the scriptures, is Babylon the Great, which that word Babylon means confusion. Baba in the Hebrew, which means confusion, because back in the ancient world there wasn't time for the heathen to come in the full power, man. All right, that power was given in the Esau Edom. All right, it was given power to remove peace from the earth. All right, so that's why the Lord came down there and removed their confounded the languages, if you wish. That word confounded is a synonym to the word confused. You know, so these philosophies are really confusion, man. So it means to get out of this mindset, to detach from this wicked ass mindset, from these wicked ass philosophies, because they're really confusing And that's what we say, the Lord is not the author of confusion. All right, the Lord is the power of knowledge, as it says in the book of 1 Samuel. I forget which chapter it was in. I'm mistaken, the 2nd chapter. But he's the power of knowledge. And he created everything, established everything in proper order because he has a just balance. All right, that's what we say in the book of Proverbs, the 11th chapter, if I'm mistaken. All right, and then just balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just balance is a delight. Is delight. So we have a just balance, man. You know, and kind of lost my train of thought right there. Yeah, kind of. So what Esau promotes is a false imbalance, man. All right, they could literally pop your neighbor's wife and whatnot here and there. You know, smoke weed. All right, and you look at Jake today, and they're wicked as fuck, man. All right, with the freaking ears cut off, and this is one picture of this Latin Jake. All right, if I'm mistaken, Nasherite. He literally had the audacity to chop off his ears. You know, chop off the tip of his nose, tattoo his whole body, his whole upper body, his whole face. Right now, he looks like a freaking damn pinhead. All right, with the little ponytail in the back of his head. Meanwhile, everything else is bald. All right, and he tattooed his eyes. He's got those freaking rings all over his face, looking demonic as hell. And yet, keep in mind, man, that's an Israelite. All right, but that's just Jake being under the curses, man, being astonished with madness, which that word madness means insanity. And that's why in the book of Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, verse 25, so like in verse 7, it says, the golden cup, and all these nations have drunk of that, and therefore they are mad. Which that word means, that word mad in the blue letter of that verse means halal, if I'm not mistaken, halal, and it means a madman. All right, so Jake is really mad, man, with these philosophies, man. All right, they take heed, and now look at them, look at the state, man. But they praise that, man. They praise that. All right, but the second we come on the highways and hedges, they want to condemn us and act like we're crazy, man. All right, possess a spirit, blocking them from getting understanding. All right, and they're really destined for destruction. The scriptures say in Proverbs, the 13th chapter, verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word, shall be destroyed, man. So, but the righteous, when I'm mistaken, I forget what goes after that. What are they quoting here? But the just shall be rewarded. Because the elect are actually, putting in that effort, doing the works, and they're gonna get a good reward for that, man. The scriptures say the Lord is not forgetful of your works. We're digressing back to Revelation 18th chapter, verse 4, come out from our people. They be not partakers, because the thing is, Jake take heed to these philosophies, not understanding that there's obviously a consequence coming after that, man. All right, because there's a consequence for everything, So like it says in the previous chapter 17, verse 8, and the earth wondered, whose names were not written in the book of life. All right, and they wondered at the beast, because and that's talking about the heathen nations. All right, starting out with the nation of Edom. All right, the 2/3. All right, the hell with them. The wicked Israelites that know that they're Israelites, like such as GOCC women out there thinking that usurping authority, thinking that they could be over the man and teach them whatnot, which is bugged out, because they really do this for something foolish, man. And they don't understand that's not meant for them to teach. Why? Because it's a weaker vessel, like it says in the book of 1 Peter, the 3rd chapter, verse 7. Digressing back, I lost my train of thought again. Basically, they don't understand. They don't understand that there's a judgment coming, man. So that's what it means by. It's like I was breaking down Revelation 17th chapter, verse 8. Yeah, so all those people out there, they're gonna get destroyed, man. Why? Because they took into consideration that it was up, but they still took heed into those philosophies, and what then? They've been marked, man. Or like it says in the scriptures, the wicked shall not go unpunished. So that's what it means by that you be not partakers, man. So that you won't get marked. So detach from that mindset, man. All right, for her sins have reached unto heaven. Yeah, and Yahweh remember her iniquities, because the Lord established America to be wicked, man. All right, and for the whole world to experience what it's like to be wicked. wanted to destroy from off the face of the earth because this is his whole movement, man. Right? He's a director. He can do whatever he wants. The scriptures say, behold, all sorts of mine. And that was in the book of Revelation. It's like in the book of Ezekiel, the 18th chapter, verse 4, if I'm not mistaken. And forgive me for my stuttering. But yeah, so the Lord has them marked, man. The Lord has them marked. With that being said, I hope this video was edifying. And Lord, will we continue to push? First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Harachakodash. Alright, the ones of the apostles and others like Moonstone who were well and taught us this 100% truth. Alright, much peace and blessings be unto you. Hopefully, we looked out to pushing out this word of fight truth and sincerity. To all you Akim, say Shalom, Abad Baba, DTA soon. The Lord will out this be. And to you, I say Shalom.